Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Laptime challenge on Gran Turismo 7. We are back on the famous Dragon Trail Seaside track and its Chicane of Death. And with a new update of today, 1.59, we got a bunch of new cars and we are racing one of them, which is the Chevrolet Corvette Z5. The car is equipped with sports medium tires and the current world record is at a 1:48 or slightly below that. That leaves us at least to beat a 1:51.2. So let's try to beat the chicane and get into the gun.
So starting into your lap with a good amount of speed out of the last corner, go over to the left hand side on the straight and then get ready for your turn in marker, which will be the beginning of the curb on the left hand side. Keep it flat out and go over to the right hand side of the track. Then the first brake marker I used is slightly after the 200 watt on the right hand side. Brake hard in a straight line over to the right hand side of the track and go down to a third gear and then aim for the curb on the left hand side. Try to cut a lot of this one. I didn't hit it perfect, I had some instability. And then again on the right hand side, keep it in the third gear and now gently back to the power to avoid power oversteer. Now up to fourth and over to the left hand side, and then your lift and turn in marker is where on the right hand side next to the track the dark green zone of grass ends. So now lift, turn in, go over the inside curb on the right, short power input again, and then the brake marker is in the middle of this green grass zone on the left hand side. Again brake hard in a straight line, go down to third gear, then turn in, try to have the car rotate, and then early back on the power in third and use all the width of the track and avoid power oversteer. Then go up to fourth gear and over to the right hand side of the track again, and the brake marker I used is the orange marking at the end of this barrier on the right hand side. So shortly before that, hit the brakes, keep it in fourth gear, then let the car get a bit slow and go for the left hand side, because you have to stay on the left of the track to get a good entry into this right hander now. Because that makes it possible to stay on the more or less right hand side of the track to get a good entry into this left hander and take a lot of momentum over the hill and downhill into the next braking zone. The next brake marker then is again the 200 watt on the left hand side. So slightly after that one, hit the brakes hard again, try to keep in a straight line and then go down to a third before turning in, keeping it narrow to the inside curb, and then early as possible back to the power in third and try to avoid power oversteer, so go for a wide line. And now for the most crucial part, the Chicane of Death. Go up to fourth gear and keep it in fourth gear. Try to keep it narrow to the right hand side here, then lift for the left hander, give it some slight power input to maintain your speed before aiming for the left hand side orange wall, and once you straighten up the car, back to the power fully. If the car snaps, be prepared to counter steer, and other than that, keep it flat out to get to the last corner with the highest speed possible. And if you got that right and carry a high amount of speed, my last brake marker was shortly ahead of the 150 meter board. Now for the initial part, brake hard in a straight line, then go down to third gear, then turn in and aim for the inside curb to maintain a narrow line, and then let the car rotate and as early as possible again go back to the power in third gear and try to go for a wide line to not have power oversteer. Then for this curb on the left, you can cut a lot of this one up to fourth gear, and now you can accelerate through the finish line, keeping it in fourth. And as usual, for those ones driving in chase cam, let's review the lap once more from that one. So getting into your lap, try to carry a high amount of speed out of the last corner, then keep it in fourth, go over to the left hand side of the track, then upshift to fifth, and your turn in marker for the right hander is the beginning of the curb on the left. Keep it flat out, the first brake marker then is shortly after the 200 board. Brake hard in a straight line over to the right, then aim for the inside curb on the left in third gear, short power input, again over the curb on the right, and to avoid power oversteer, be gentle on the power on the exit. Up to fourth gear and over to the left hand side of the track, and shortly before this Larini sign on the right, turn in and slightly lift over the curb on the right, short power input, and in the middle of this grass area on the left, hard braking down to third, rotating through the corner and early back on the power in third. Then up to fourth gear over to the right hand side of the track. The brake marker is the end of the barrier where there's an orange marking. Brake hard, try to slow the car down, keep it in fourth over to the left to get a good entry into this right hander, so you have a good exit on the right hand side to get again a good entry into this left hander. Then maintain your speed over the hill and then downhill into the next braking area, which is again shortly after the 200 meter board on the left hand side. Brake hard in a straight line down to third gear, then turn in, try to keep it narrow to the curb, and early again back to the power, taking a wide line to avoid power oversteer. And for the most crucial part, the Chicane of Death, let's slow it down once more. So going up to 4th gear, then for the turn in on the right hand side, keep it close to the barrier. And then for the left hander, lift the power pedal, maintain a little input to maintain your speed. And then aim for the curb on the left hand side, and once you have a straight line, flat out again, be prepared if the car snaps. And otherwise keep it flat out of the chicane to carry a lot of speed to the last corner. Now again go over to the left hand side of the track and shortly ahead of the 150 meter board, brake hard in a straight line first, then in 3rd try to turn in. I had a little bit of a slide which helped my rotation, and then early back on the power again, taking a wide line to avoid power oversteer. Then cut the curb on the left hand side to take a short way to the finish line, and this should then hopefully give you a gold time and 2 million credits in this week's challenge.
And that's already it for this week's lap time challenge on Dragon Trail Seaside. I think this one is on the rather difficult side because we have an American car, and as we all know, they are not known for their best handling capabilities, and we have a tire that is not the best for grip. And paired with that, we have a track that indeed needs some quite precise turn-in points. So it's indeed a challenge this week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as usual, if this guide helped you out, I'd be happy if you share, like and subscribe. And then I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching and bye bye.